Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome back to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is DevTales, where we're going to be working on our SCAR system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. Meanwhile, in the bottom left, we've got Wicked Whiskers working on art, and in the upper left, we have Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, with a new map that we're going to be checking out tonight.
Oh no.
Yes.
Nice.
I've been saving this for Whiskers to be here.
Oh, duck.
Yes, indeed. Also, if I didn't mention it, I am using the TF Talkies, so you guys can TF me live here on stream. And additionally, Shadow Wolf made a fan art from our one-shot last week.
Oh?
That I've been waiting for Rex and Seda to both be here for.
Okay. What happened? I'm looking.
There you go.
Why are they jet propelled though? We got hit by so many shoes that game. Jeez.
Why are the shoes on fire?
I know. No, they're like jet propelled or something. Jeez. Oh man. Oh, that's wild. Oh shoot. Good job, Shadow. We got pelted by. I wonder what the shoe counter was for that. I lost count when you started getting hit. By the way, there, Seda. You got hit by so many at once.
They were being loud, so shoes got launched at them.
Look, all I did was very promptly shatter a few windows with some metal pellets.
Yeah, just a little property damage. It's a treat.
Hey, thankfully I, didn't go on my tab.
In Jumper's defense, he's used to having things thrown at him when he's quote unquote singing, so this was his norm.
But I have to say, I love that look for Dart, just like the pure, just blank anime eye, just like paddock.
Ah, Zulio. Okay. Apologies, Zulio. No, it's awesome.
Yes, that was by Shadow Wolf. Also, Whiskers has sent a better photo of the lizard that he found today, and you guys have helped fund getting him a nice little enclosure.
Aww.
Apparently Whiskers put some mashed banana in there because a lot of anoles like bananas. This one does not, but it is apparently, as Whiskers put it, attracting the flies that just exist and spawn in Texas.
Wow. Yeah, that happens. It's legit. There's spawners in Texas. They just kind of happen. Hopefully the little guy's trying to take him out. Get those flies.
Yeah, the lizard got into their room, and now Whiskers is keeping the lizard.
Whiskers Louie just legit did the meme. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Yes. But anyways, let's go check out this rooftop 1%. With all the ducks. Ah, hey, we already started with a vampire duck. And some special ducks over there having a meeting.
Away.
And there's a storm drain for some reason. Interesting. I am intrigued to see what comes of this new duck paradise.
The duckening.
I'm scared.
You should be. Oh, there you go.
It goes quack. You should be scared of the quack.
I am gonna be scared of the quack. So you just go back to like Zib, or sorry, Jet. Why are you a duck?
We do need more duck icons, though.
Fine. Give me a moment.
If you guys would like a duck icon, they are discounted to... It'll come with two versions, one talking, one not talking. They are $20.
I mean, Zim, I think you mean one quacking, one not quacking.
Touche.
All of you are so dusty. I dust all of you that walk in my store. Dust. Dust, 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 dust. 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 Hey. He's checking out.
Yeah, I think Shadow Wolf might be onto something. This might be, this might just be, the top 1%, but then there's another poll that's the top 1 of the top 1%.
Oh yeah, there's definitely another floor to this. We gotta wait for the ducks to actually go around, but it looks like there is a ramp back there that goes into an elevator that probably takes them up, and then that storm drain there is clearly how they get back to this pole. And I'm guessing that there's likely a secret under there for those that dive under the water. Though I don't know what, because my capability of looking around is slightly limited. Oh, I've got several ducks, Secret Roo. The heck? Well, I just heard something weird.
Something happened with the ducks?
Don't know. I just heard like some heavy bass drop kind of noise.
Peep, 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 peep.
Wait, was that a little bell duck? I cannot look into the elevator.
You can't?
Oh wait! Yes, I can! And there is a bell duck!
My pockets are full? No way.
So, how do the ducks get... Oh! Okay. So, I just got some free ducks up here. And there is absolutely a path going back down. Though that is not out... Oh, I see where that tube is going. Come on, somebody go down there. I have started no work on the SCAR system.
Yeah, and I have to go to bed shortly.
Okay. I'll get to the Primeval features. And this is where I get to use my pipe for the purchase, for the reason that I purchased it.
Pipe.
Ooh, duck. Window cleaning service. I climb to the party. So they go out there, slide down, and then it's just a, slide down this way. So, that would be incredibly hot with the sun on it. And yeah, this is how they get back down. There's a sword back there. Oh, I think Sky is going for another ride in the elevator already. I'm the final boss. I want a mug that says that.
You have your whole desk area over there. Nice.
Anyways, let's get to work. Clearly, that is their, clearly, that is their horse, Rich people are always buying weird things like horses.
Horses are weird? Fair enough.
Yes. Raijin cute.
It's true. I have gathered all my resources. It is time to open up shop. Sell more bowls.
Seda is also cute.
It's true. I have made salad.
Seda, could you do me a favor and... Oh! Apparently, these three are the managers, and they were having a meeting, and I guess when their meeting is over, it just lowers them down into the water.
Okay. Business
Glorious.
Anyways, could you read through the stuff I've got so far on page 86 and let me know if that makes any sense? Except for this paragraph. This is just copy-pasted from elsewhere. I'll do that for now. Oh, that was the wrong option. This is what I want. Except for the yellow highlighted paragraph. Page 86.
Page 86, Primeval Features. Shall I do a verbal reading or just read it quietly?
Up to you.
Well, this is your stream.
Go ahead and do verbal then.
Okay. We'll probably pick up on things if we don't try to skim through it. There are some powers and abilities that can have a robust array of capability to explore and unlock and... To explore... No... Okay, I think you've lost me at the first sentence. There are some powers and abilities that can have a robust array of capability to explore and unlock in them. Okay, fair enough. That statement was worded weirdly.
Yeah.
Things such as empowering companions or changing your form, these are called primeval features. In order to begin unlocking them, you must first acquire a feat. Once you do have the feat associated with these capabilities, you may then begin investing into them more thoroughly to unlock their true potential. General rules. After acquiring the feat for the primeval feature you wish to begin unlocking, you may then invest experience into it like you would a move, weapon, or otherwise. Each primeval feature includes default abilities that you gain immediately upon purchasing the associated feat. From there, you can begin to purchase additional parts of the feature to expand it further. Companions. Adventuring can be difficult. It can be lonely. Or sometimes you just find an adorable pup that you must simply cannot leave behind. Save me from Gerald, please.
Dang.
Whatever your reasons for having a companion, they can be incredibly useful in the right situation, but require some care to get them up to being strong enough to compare to your strength. Default abilities. Upon purchasing the companion feat, you gain access to the ability to begin empowering companion. Without this feat, an NPC traveling with your party will be unable to advance beyond the basic stats they had when your storyteller designed them, and will be loath to venture into danger with you. When they agree to be your companion via this investment into them, they can begin to grow alongside you, sharing in your power. This companion can come in a wide variety of forms and functions, such as a sentient sword, an animal, another creature, or whatever else you may wind up having. The emotional support dart. When you do get across to this primeval feature, the companion will be treated as though they were a new character, receiving a revamp to their abilities and skills following the standard character creation rules. While this may result in a reduction of power, it will give them more power and confidence for the growth in danger situations, and will result in greater strength in the end. Probably need to remove an "and" from that sentence.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Actually, no, you need to remove 2 "ands", probably. Actually, no, never mind. That first "and's" fine. But probably just do that. More power and confidence for growth, dangerous situations, and will result in greater strength in the end. I do like the Oxford comma, though. Actually, no. Yeah. Boop. Boop. The companion will receive 25% of your total experience to spend, though they will need to acquire this primeval feature themselves before any XP can be spent elsewhere. They also have half of your attributes and expertise merits. All this can be spent. Blah blah blah. Skip over the yellow. Or is actually that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I was worried that it didn't make much sense to begin with, So before I continued, I wanted a second opinion on that.
Yeah. What I'd actually probably would say is, regardless of how things go, um, I would highly recommend before you actually start the companions section, I would put in a table for list of primeval features. Even though you don't have the complete list right now, just as a placeholder, just so as a reader, I know that, hey, companions is the first primeval feature because I see there in the table that, yeah, that is a primeval feature. And
That
probably
is a
have
good
that table
idea.
be in the order that that you're going to list them in.
They'll be listed in alphabetical order, but yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
Um, I'll probably put it right after general rules here.
Yeah.
And I can also list what feat is associated with each.
Perfect. Because essentially, my understanding is that these primeval features are basically supercharged feats. Like, they technically have the same acquisition mechanic as feats, but they essentially unlock new subsystems.
Exactly.
But just for simplicity's sake, their acquisitions being rolled into feats just so we don't have like a bajillion different things that you have to purchase.
Exactly.
Coolio. And I think just as a broader note, actually, I'll let you just type that thing there for the general rules. Actually, I could just type that. Or trying to find an example table. Eh. Yeah, I'd probably say something like the
Yeah, I need to go find a small table, not one of the big full-page ones. Like this one. Oh, wait, no, that would be a nightmare.
yeah.
With all the different colors.
Yeah. And actually, as one thing, I'm actually just gonna take a quick look at an example rules book before I open up my mouth, but I might open it anyway.
Hey, welcome back, Stefani.
Okay, you know what? I stand corrected.
About...
I mean, one thing that was kind of bothering me a little bit when reading a couple pages of Scar is when you have like a paragraph that starts one sentence at the bottom of one column and then like continues it at the top. I know that particular section is work in progress, so not too big of a deal, but I was thinking about that from like a reading standpoint, where if we can try to avoid having the too many sentences just like get chopped up. But scanning through the document, it's not the trend, so it's not the biggest deal in the world.
So, there are going to be times where that's just going to happen that I can't avoid it. But
yeah.
I also do have plans to try and avoid that in the form of art.
Hmm.
Because any spots like that, or anywhere that, the screen is, or the page just isn't filled, I plan to put art in there. It's just something that I don't have the art yet.
Hmm.
And I want to make sure that I've, things are basically done before I go starting to be like, okay, I need art for this.
Yep. And I'm thinking it might not be a bad idea. I know we talked about this before, but it might not be a bad idea to like do an on-stream read-through of especially like the more completed sections, just to see if there's anything that can be clarified, anything that could be polished up. If this is a something that could be clarified or reordered, all that stuff. Sometimes you don't notice things until you actually just like not read it in your head but read it aloud. And let's be honest, it's very weird just to read something aloud when you're in your room by yourself.
It is, but I do that from time to time, and I will say that a lot of the time when I finish a section on stream, or even when I'm not on stream, I do read that section aloud usually. This particular section I was incredibly tired at the time. And so that was kind of why I wound up ending, mid-sentence there. And I'm just like, nope, I cannot do this right now.
Do be like that sometimes.
Alright.
PP.
Do an art manager thing real quick.
I do need to get back to that one project I promised like months ago.
Which one?
The move explanations.
Refresh my memory.
Pretty much a basic, medium, and like advanced like walkthrough example of how you would create a move.
Oh, okay, the move examples, yeah. That would be very much appreciated. I was planning to probably do that at some point if you didn't, but definitely would prefer you, somebody else handling that for me, because I've got a lot of other stuff to work on. And having things explained by somebody other than me would be helpful, because, well, they don't understand it by how I explained it. Having somebody else to explain it would be beneficial. And I am now rambling. Alright, that can... Wait, no, that can be done on stream.
Yeah, I will start poking on that this week. Because now that I have a bit more experience under my belt with with the one shot out of the way, I think I have a bit more confidence to be able to do that.
Fair enough.
And if I start getting a draft up, we can make any mechanics corrections.
I was thinking having, a few varieties of different kinds of moves that have different functions, kind of explained out how they work and such.
Yeah, I mean, essentially what I was thinking of is like for the basic of like, hey, this is probably your first move. You're just going to do a basic kind of like elemental strike. So, basically, make the pellet shot. We add a little bit of power, we add a little bit of accuracy, maybe something for personal flair, and that's it. It's, your first move, it does something. Then I was thinking for like the intermediate one, making a status move example. Or something that just has a little bit more nuance to it. But still pretty approachable. But, it's kind of more of that, like, your 20 sessions in kind of move. Something that you're kind of getting a better idea of, like, how you want to push your character. And then I think the final one is bringing that all together with a dynamic move.
I'm just going to do 7-X.
Alright, I think about 1 or 2 more days of selling, and I should beat the first benchmark of the game.
Actually, that is not the table I want to copy. This one will work. Oh yeah, that stupid thing. Ugh. I don't know why I cannot get that to go away on page 85.
Let me see. That stupid thing?
Yeah. It, for some reason, is connecting to the Primeval features heading down on the next page. I don't know why.
Let's just try this real quick. You're welcome.
Rex, that game is adorable.
Oh my god.
I am
How?
digging it.
What witchcraft did you just perform?
I don't know. I just used the Rockruff pause. I just bapped the keyboard a few times.
Well, at least it's fixed. Don't need to worry about it anymore.
Exactly.
Alright, so that... 7-X... Primeval features list... Primeval feature... Associated feat.
Wow, the writing in this game at times. All I did was up the price by like $1. She hit me with the, "You don't expect me to believe you're a venal, grasping capitalist bent on bleeding the rest of us dry and leaving us impoverished to cost, do you? I know you could do $1 less. Fine." Here, I'll give it to you for cheaper than you asked for. Be happy.
They're a customer. They're not going to be happy.
Fair. I've been giving all my items in like $1 cheaper than they ask me just to get their friendship levels up, and just because they're giving me money and tips anyway. So, Nope. I'm gonna go out and look for more stuff.
Dino, 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 dino.
So many dinos, yay! Game's such a vibe.
Pep, 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 pep.
Wouldn't it be nice to be a dino?
I want to be a dino plush. Like, my mood is just X, but plush.
Fair enough. Not a bad mood.
A volley plushie.
Yes. Very marketable. Much peep. Peep one squish.
Uh-oh. The grumpy mayor's back. I made 20K, you can't be mad at me anymore, right? I paid for the shop.
All right.
I got it not bad.
So, we've got the Companions Primeval feature. There's going to be Natural Defense as a feature. Because I was kind of thinking about it, and Natural Defense kind of feels like something that could be easily expanded upon with this system, you know, as a subsystem.
Hmm.
I just feel like the companion name for the feat associated with companions feels a little dull. But at the same time, I don't know what else would work.
I mean, what's the name of it?
The feat is the feat's name is just companions, and it's for the companions primeval feature.
Companionship?
Maybe go with that.
Or sidekick?
Animal husbandry.
It's not always animals, so I don't want to go with that. Because, like, this also covers, like, Edge, who is technically a sword. A sentient sword.
Oh, that.
Swords are
Billiards,
animals?
right?
What do you mean?
We'll just stick with companions. It feels dull, but I don't think we'll find anything that suits it better.
Oh yeah, never mind. Dragon's Dogma had an interesting name for them, but they were still pretty mean though. They called all the companions pawns in theirs. They were like kind of weird, like souls or something. So yeah. I was thinking maybe ally, but I feel like you're right. Companion seems to be the best route to go for a broad stroke.
You have a question for me as a storyteller. When it comes to Pokemon and armor, how important is it for a character to start using/wearing armor? So, when it comes to that, I do not plan to make armor a necessity. It's one of those things that I probably will not put armor or natural defenses onto enemies unless the group, unless a majority of the group starts using it.
I kind of concur. Like, I kind of feel like it'd be very odd in some regards to kind of like low-key punish or like unintentionally punish those that don't engage in something like the armor system or the weapon system, because at the end of the day, like, it should augment the abilities that your character already has, or your natural defenses that you already have, or just the overall vitality. Like, I think, like, in like the Starlight example, I feel like Arcus is probably one who would love to go down like the heavy armor route. Probably shouldn't feel like, well, hey, we all gotta wear armor now, even if it looks silly on us.
I will say on that front, we have made it specifically clear that you don't have, even though basically you can have two separate things. You can have your armor, and then, or it can be, when it comes to armor, it can be actually there, or it can just be, okay, brain, let me back up, because brain just completely flubbed that explanation.
Basically, you don't have to fashion frame your character.
Correct. So if you are wearing, if you're getting the benefits of armor, you don't necessarily have to be running around in full plate armor. Cosmetically, it can be, a simple scarf.
Because, yay, magical system, magical world.
Exactly. And then if you don't even want that much, we're going to have natural defenses, which are a different system altogether, where, because like actual armor, you gotta work to get it, basically. You gotta pay money and such, whereas natural defenses are far more natural. They're not as they're not as strong as artificial armor, but they have a lot of the same things. But the key difference there is you have to heal up the natural armor. Whereas with artificial armor, you grab a couple of plates of metal, slap it on there, and you're good. Well, it's not actually that simple, but But your natural armor, if you lose a lot of it, it's going to take some time to heal that back. But on the flip side, it can't be taken off. So if you have taken off your armor for sleeping, so you don't, wake up sore from wearing armor all night, well, guess what? You're perfectly fine. You get interrupted in the middle of the night? Cool. You're still technically armored. I mean, I don't really see what that has to do with much there, Delimited, but fair enough. What do we want to call our transformation system? Do we want to go simple with it and just transformation, or can't really go wild shape because that's, you know, D&D.
I mean, I feel like transformation or shape shifting would probably be the appropriate one.
Go full transformation and call it TF. Just don't call it evolution.
Shape shifting sounds good. And a bit more accurate to what it's going to be. So our transformation system is not going to be like the Ditto move. Instead, you're going to be basically adjusting your body. You can go drastic with it in a full body change. Or you could simply decide, yeah, I want my eyes to be more sharp. So you adjust them. On the flip side there, we're going to have a stability mechanic to it. Where, you know, the more changed you are, the less stable you are in your form. And if you surpass your stability, you know, your maximum stability, then, or deteriorate your stability too far, however you want to look at it and however we wind up actually writing it out, if it is not enough, you could lose control of your character temporarily. Some examples might be, it's kind of like you're going too animal with your character. Well, now your character's acting like an actual animal. It could be drastic, it could be minor. There'll be ways to mitigate it and prevent it from being too bad. But it's still something that it's mostly there for balance reasons. I don't know how Cyberpunk does it, Shadow Wolf. But we gotta have something in there to balance it, because if you're just going around with every physical aspect of your character buffed at all times, well, that would get broken.
Yeah. Though, on that note, I do need to wind down. It's 4:30 in the morning. I am starting to get very EP.
That is fair.
Not a problem. Hope you rest well.
Thank you. And if you have anything you want me to give feedback on, just send me a poke.
Will do.
Yep. Badoop.
Oh, yeah, I have went way further than I had planned to do. Alright, well, I did hit my goal here. Let's go ahead and sleep.
So, with the shape-shifting mechanics, it's not going to be possible for you to just die from it. At least not directly from the, you know, changes. It will instead be a temporary loss of control. Like, you turn yourself too far, like, you turn yourself fully animal, and you're not able to maintain control of yourself, then you lose control, and at that point, you're going to be like that for a while until eventually the changes that you've done to your body revert themselves. Because it's going to take an active, you know, you're going to have to maintain any shape shifts that you do. And even then, it's not necessarily murder hobo. Like, if you take, if you're going deer, well, deer aren't really going to go all kill on people. It's more run the hell away. That's the kind of concept that we're going with there. True delimited. It could also be that. Either way, it's going to be up to your storyteller and to determine how your character how the loss of control works.
I was muted when I said sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, yes, that could be a thing, Shadow Wolf, but that would not apply to this particular system. I think Rex is about to raid out.
It is getting a little late.
It's okay. At least I still have Whiskers and the panda here. Yep, Rex is raiding out.
I'll be here for a little bit longer.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Rick Strider raided my stream with 21 viewers.
Hi, Rex.
Hey yo. Just wanted to do a little outro real quick, but didn't want to break up that, you know. So, yeah.
Oh, so that's the noise of that. Okay. You're gonna do what?
I think I'm gonna start getting ready to do the wind down that I said I was gonna do about an hour and a half ago, but was enjoying spending time with everyone. vibing with you, and I think I lost track of time, so probably good. I actually start getting ready to sleep since work in the morning.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
You have a good eat.
Thank you. It was nice chilling out.
Rest
Very good,
well.
Valley. Will do. Gives big hug to the good panda, and quick lick to Razum. Blep. And hug. I'm actually gonna go over there and give you a hug. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Duties.
I'll be saying bye to you in just a sec. But yeah, have a good night, good beans in the chat, and also our impacts and all that good stuff. Download test and all that. I already said my outro, but I'm out. Backflip.
Wrench.
Dook dook doo doo dook. Dook 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 dook. One second, everybody. Alright, I am back. I was talking with Rex real quick. Let's see here. Is Tawa there?
What?
Tawa is there.
What's up?
Wah, 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 wah.
I was just seeing if you were there.
I'm here.
Mwah.
Mwah.
How's work going?
It's going okay. I was working with yogurt. Almost done with yogurt. Then I will be stalking minions.
Nice. I think.
You think?
Well, I don't know if you like it or not. Well, Vari, I will say the shape-shifting mechanic will not be in until December's update. So it'll be a bit before you can actually pick it up.
I was very excited for it.
Yeah. You could definitely say that. Yes, Shadow Wolf. I mean, when it comes to the Scar system, it is intended to be where no one is stronger than anybody else simply because of their species. There are some features that will make more sense with different characters, like it's easier to explain why a bird would have flying than it is to explain why a dog has the ability to fly. But technically speaking, both could get the ability to fly, provided the storyteller allows it.
Yeah, like Spike, who dug battles through the air.
Exactly. So, regardless of what your species is, you can absolutely... You're on the same playing field as everybody else. Like, even a non-ghost could get phasing. I suppose the only concern there would be the type matchups. Which with Scar, we were very particular about everything being as even as we could. Unlike with Pokemon, where, you know, Dragon type has very few weaknesses. And, you know, you've got the, like with Pokemon, you've got Dragon type with very few weaknesses. You've got Ghost with several immunities. We don't have any immunities. And we made sure that no type was particularly stronger than another. That said, there are probably, you know, dual typings that are broken. But that is something up to the storyteller to determine whether they would allow it. Yeah, our version of dragon typing has about the same number of weaknesses as any other type. Well, yes, Skip Gap. But with Scar, we are very much focused on things being balanced and equal. But also with Pokemon, the way that they balance out the types is by the rarity of Pokemon, or the limitation of Pokemon with those types. Like Dragon typing. There's usually one, maybe two Dragon types per, maybe two Dragon types per generation. So while Dragon type is very strong, it's also very uncommon. And the same kind of, and that's kind of how they balance things out. And also for trying to counter Dragon, well, you need either another Dragon type, or for the longest time, an Ice type. And, well, Ice type is kind of useless.
I'm gonna head to bed here.
Sleep well. Thanks for coming
You
and
all-
hanging out.
You all have a good one, and you all deserve peeps. Peep, 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 peep. Cuties.
Well, that's fine, Delimited. Oh, that we're just working on making things balanced. Yeah, but Gib Gab, if you also look at it, yeah, exactly, Gib Gab. Like, there's a lot of things that work for the Pokemon game that definitely do not work for a tabletop RPG. God, I still remember when we were coming up with the abilities, and somebody legit said we should just have attack, defense, special defense, and speed as the stats for our characters in Scar. And I'm like, no, you are an idiot. Get out.
Just a quick look at the resistances and weakings for the typings. A necrotic wind dual typing only has 2 weaknesses, and everything else is either neutral or resistant. But it does still have weaknesses.
When it comes to type matchups, we can't, like the dual typing, there is only so much we can account for.
Oh, I know. It just made me curious, and I started looking. And that's the one that stands out to me the most. It's only weak to Mythic Shadow.
Shadow Wolf, that was Orem that suggested that. I'm not even worried about Nintendo with that. That would just be asinine for a tabletop RPG. And yeah, Gib Gab, I'm trying to go with a lot of options for people to make what they want. Yes, Shadow Wolf. You know, a role-playing game that has no stats for actually role-playing? That is just dumb. And even with a lot of those innate feats, Gib Gab, even if you don't start with a typing, you do get access to other, you do still get access to picking up those other types feats. You just have to, it's just a little bit more drawn out of a process for that. But I didn't want anybody to feel like, oh, I have to choose this race to have the best stats possible kind of situation. I did, because, you know, I've seen a lot of people that play, like, D&D, 5e, and are like, I'm playing human just because I want that bonus feat. Or the extra attribute scores. I don't want anything like that. I want them to have the freedom, even if it takes a little bit more work, to build whatever they want.
Now, just at a quick glance, the most resistant typing I could find is the necrotic wind. With a special shout out to electric fire, which is double weak to water and wind, but kind of ignores everything else. It's kind of a funny casting.
Huh. Interesting.
I wonder if Toud's already made a spreadsheet for the dual typings. Because if not, I kind of want to.
I don't think he has. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he would. Yeah, that is up to the individual Shadow Wolf. That is entirely up to the personal table. I am not allowing NSFW in my campaigns because stream. You know, we're not breaking Twitch TOS. Shadow Wolf, how would I stop it? I'm sure Nintendo would love to just cut out all NSFW with Pokemon. But that even if I wanted to stop it, how would I? Oh, thank you. Good. Even a cease of production of the system would not stop it. That said, I will point out, when designing the creatures for Scar. Thank you. Good boy. But even when designing creatures for Scar, I am actually paying attention to the natural feasibility of the creatures. So, yes, all of the creatures for Scar will be able to naturally reproduce. We're not going to have any Magnemites or... I mean, I guess Grimer and such could reproduce, kind of. But no Magnemites, no Voltorbs, no Pokemon like those that just have... That you just look at and are like, how do more of these even come into existence? Yeah,
I mean, I'll say
delimited.
any star creatures I design, I will absolutely have at least some consideration for how fuckable they are.
Even spores require more than what you get with Magnemite. Yes, Whiskers, they could split like a cell. I can see that with, like, Grimer and the amorphous ones. But when it comes to something that is very firmly solid in form, like Voltorb or Magnemite, it's... There's no logical way for how they would come about. Well, yes, I know there are a ton of asexual reproduction methods. And we'll have things that have that kind of stuff.
Well, you see, Zim, when a mommy Voltorb and a daddy Voltorb get really excited and explode together, sometimes they make shrapnel, and that shrapnel grows into a baby Voltorb.
No. I'm just gonna say no. Just no.
Why not?
I don't care if you could. No. No, they do not, Whiskers. Shadow Wolf, yes, they can be a Voltorb or a Magneton or whatnot if you're playing in a Pokemon based campaign. I am only talking about the Scar creatures. Gib Gab, you'd have to go look back at the stream where we were going through those. I do not remember the explanation for everything off the top of my head. I will say that some of the type matchups were more of a situation where... that some of the type matchups were a situation where we needed more for balance sake, and it seemed like the best fitting one without being a really good fit. There are a few type matchups that fall into that category. Basically what we did for making the type matchups, we went through and figured out, I'm pretty sure we figured out the defenses of each. It was like, okay, what would Astral be resistant or weak to? And we came up with 4 for each. Oh wait, no, it was offense then. We started with offense. If you'll notice, there are 4 of each in each row here. Not counting the same type resisted one. That was just kind of a freebie. But then what we did is we went to the columns and looked at, okay, so Astral has so many of this, so it has an equal number of that. We started with super effective stuff. And then we came up with making sure that everything had an equal number. There's not an equal number of resistances and effective, like the defense side, it's not equal. Like electric only has 3. But it had an equal number of effective and resisted. But we tried to keep them between 3 and 5 for this for the columns. It is now posted in your DMs. But no, I did not have it posted anywhere. I am wanting to move this chart into the main document. I just don't know how. Shadow Wolf copy paste does not work. It is going from an Excel sheet to a document. It's going from a sheet to a doc. It's different formatting altogether. Also, Vari, I have no qualms with that. I know that, GibGab, but that doesn't help me get it into the dock here. I don't know what you mean by left to right super effectiveness. Also, I definitely don't want it to be a full page. I have never seen a left to right chart before. I could see how that could be kind of useful. So, Dragon and Fairy type were basically rolled up into Mythic type in this system, Shadow Wolf. On page 71, we have a table of the keywords for each type. So, yeah, Deoxys would definitely be an astral type. Some of these do not necessarily apply to Pokemon, though, because we wanted to have our own setup on this. That was not necessarily tied to Pokemon. Fighting and normal type were rolled into basic. Yes, Rock and Ground were rolled into Earth type.
Wait, rock type and ground type are separate types?
In Pokemon, yes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Shadow Wolf, but at the same time, there are so many Pokemon that are rock ground type, it's ridiculous. It's like, why are you even bothering to have two separate types for this if you're just going to mix them anyways? Also, thanks for joining, Whiskers. I hope you rest well. You did an amazing job today. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here for this tonight, though. We'll switch games here. Rest well, Secret Roo. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was DevTales as well as an Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, picking up packs of cards to stream loots, and subscribing to us over on YouTube, or picking up merch over at zgfgaming.store. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.